I'm Layla.
I'm Sarah, and this is Not Your Usual Podcast.
You clap for everybody else or no? Just us?
Two, three.
Hi,
guys. I'm Layla.
I'm Sarah.
And this is Not Your Usual Podcast.
Welcome to another episode, you guys.
Yes, welcome back. If you haven't checked out any of our previous episodes, definitely check them out so you know what we're about, our values, and kind of get the gist of what we usually talk about. Do you want to take it away on what we're talking about today?
Yep. I just wanted to say thank you so much, guys, for all of the feedback that you have been giving us. If you're constantly watching and showing love, if you're subscribed, liking everything, like even if you're not and you're just like showing love, it means so much to us. And
It really does.
so today we wanted to talk about something a little lighthearted and something that can help you at any point of your life, because it helps me too. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day or anything, I'm just like, wait, like what is going on? Like what do I need to do? And that's gonna be self-care. I feel like all the episodes that we've done kind of goes into that, but today it's gonna be specifically about self-care and how that can actually fully impact your life and your goals too.
Because I know we have touched on self-care in like a couple of other episodes, but we wanted to mainly focus on that today. So I guess we could start off by talking about how self-care shows up in every aspect of your daily life.
So I honestly feel like it all starts in your morning. Like if you have a good morning routine, if you're able to wake up in the morning, drink some water, brush your teeth, maybe take a shower. I love taking morning showers. If I go to the gym, I'll just take one after. But if not, it's like immediately wake up, take a shower. Like sometimes you need to wash off the night. Even if you took a night shower, like sometimes you just need that, like, especially if you
Refresh.
have work, if you have school. Just waking up, putting on your clothes sounds like a good idea. But if you take a shower and put those clothes on, I'm telling you, it's gonna do so much more for you. And I don't know, I also like to focus on the other aspect of self-care, which is like your mind. Like do something for your mind in the morning, whether that's reading a book, a meditation, or just, I don't know, maybe like listening to something positive, play a good song that's gonna get you out of bed. Just little self-care things. What would you say are some things you do in the morning?
Yeah, like I would agree with you in the sense that setting yourself up for success in the morning is definitely intentional, because that will set the vibration of how your entire day is going to go. If you're waking up and you're choosing to be upset about something, like say something happened the night before and you wake up with that same anger, same feeling, the morning is your chance to press a reset button.
Literally.
It's literally the chance to redeem yourself and to reset your energy and to get rid of anything or any negative connotations that you had the night before, maybe the days before, like just to fully refresh. So I would say for me, in the mornings, I get up. The first thing I do is I read two scriptures. I have two Bible apps, the regular Bible app and then the scripture app. So I read both of those. First thing I look at in the morning, so that's already in my head.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, I'll brush my teeth. I will sometimes take a shower, like you said, usually if I'm going to the gym. But before work, I do like to do a general rinse off. I make my breakfast and I'll sit outside in the sun. Like I always say that because that does mean a lot for me. Like I just started doing that probably like 2-3 months ago, but I've been consistent every day sitting out in the sun for at least 15 to 20 minutes because I feel like the sun really does like recharge me.
Especially in the morning, early.
And especially if I know that I have work or something later, like I need to get my vitamin D in. I need to make sure that like I'm connected.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So doing that. And then my last one that's most important to me is praying. I pray, like guys, I literally didn't do this before, but as of like for the past, I would say 2 to 3 months consistently, I pray for like 30 to 40 minutes every morning. Just like sitting down, sitting either outside, whether it's me in my room, I'm just praying and I'm in my word because that sets the intention for the day. It calms my heart, it calms my mind, it calms my energy down. And before, I feel like I didn't really have that moral ground to reference back to, but now that I already set that intention at the start of my day, now I know how to act in every other situation that comes my way.
Yeah. Because like you said, like every morning is really a reset. If you choose to wake up in the morning and you are carrying on feelings that are not gonna help you in any way, shape, or form, no, don't do that. Like every morning is a new clean state and you need to decide, what am I gonna be doing with this? How is like what I'm doing helping me? Like how is this gonna help me like get to the end of the day and actually feel fulfilled? And that's why the morning routines are so important, because just 15 minutes of sitting with yourself quietly, maybe like listening to like, I like listening to like meditation music, but sometimes I'll listen to like anything, Beyonce, if that's what I need that day, like worship music, like literally, I know that's like has nothing to do with it, but that's what I'm saying, like do what's best for you in that day. Some days I wake up and I listen to Future, but like I know that that's what I need in that morning. Some days I wake up and I listen to like a gospel song, and it's like because like I'm trying to raise my vibration, so I'm not just like, oh, another day, like crap. Like you should be happy and grateful that you have another day.
Exactly.
If you're not, it's just because something isn't right. That's genuinely how I feel.
I agree with you. And especially I feel like when your body will let you know, like when something's off. If I'm feeling depressed, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling down, I'm like, okay, let's backtrack here. What did we not do today? What have we not done so far? Have we not eaten enough? Did we not get enough rest? Because sometimes that will mean taking a nap for me, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's an hour, even if it's, I don't know, like listening to my favorite songs, if it's going out on a walk, just doing things and spending time with myself. That's such a big thing for me because I do feel like I'm a person that is on the phone a lot. I love talking on the phone rather than texting. And sometimes like it can be like a little much for me. Like definitely I need
overstimulation.
Yes, I need to definitely wake up early in the mornings too because I need that time for myself.
Yeah.
In the mornings, sometimes at the time where I'm up 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, people are still asleep, which is perfectly fine. But that gives me time to have my own alone time and to do what I need to do for the day then, so that during the rest of my day, I can be stimulated and it not be too much for me because I already had that me time.
Exactly.
So.
That's why sometimes, like, I have literally woken up at 5 a.m. just so I would get my morning routine in.
See?
And we're like 6, and those are the days where I feel my best. Like, yeah, I might have to take a nap later on the day, but like, who's gonna do what? Like, that's another thing too that I have had to talk to myself with. If my version of self-care is a certain version, it's like, I'm not gonna let Mr. Elon Musk tell me I can't take a 30-minute nap. It's like, sorry, like I know that like, you know, money don't sleep, but I do. Like if I need to take a nap for my own mental health, my own physical health, I will take a nap. Like obviously like just like 4-hour nap every day. Like I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying like you need to listen to your body, you know, like what nutrients are you lacking? Because self-care is not just putting a cucumber on your face. I've said this before on the previous episode. And like, I love talking about that because sometimes I feel like when you say the word self-care, some people might look at it with the eyes of like, oh, you just want to like superficial. And it's like, no, like this is doing more for your mental health and your physical health that you can even like grasp. And also like when it comes to like your academic goals, your performance at work, if you're not taking care of yourself like you should, then how do you know that you really are like gonna perform well?
And I feel like based on how you treat yourself, it's gonna flow into, like you said, the academics and your performance at work. Like if you're not taking care of your body, how are you gonna get good grades in school? How are you going to perform well at work? And a lot of people, like especially our age, like as college students, like I get it. Life is busy. You have work, you have schoolwork, you have a lot of things going on, you have to socialize. But at the end of the day, if you are eating one meal a day, I'm sorry, how do you think you're gonna feel your best self? Like I understand that like there's financial situations sometimes, which definitely I give grace for that, or time. But definitely If it means you have to wake up a little earlier just to get those nutrients in, do it. Do not deprive yourself of that just because you're too tired or too lazy. This is fuel. Food is fuel for your body. And that just goes along with health as well. Like, do you guys think that honestly, like, I do want to go to the gym sometimes? Because I'm going to be honest, like, I don't. But the reason why I do is because health is wealth. Like, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to have heart disease. I'm not trying to have all these other issues with my body. So that is literally the reasons why I go to the gym. I'm not going to be swole and to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that will be great. But, like, the main reason why I work out is just because I'm trying to make sure my body is healthy. Yeah.
And if it is a financial issue too, you do not have to go to Whole Foods. Like, you can find whatever grocery store
Aldi's.
that works for you. Like, Trader Joe's has some cheap
Walmart
options
even,
too.
like,
And,
whatever you need to do.
Realistically, I hate when people are like, "Oh, but healthier food are more expensive." Not necessarily. Like, if you buy healthy ingredients, you can meal prep for about 4 days with the amount of money that you would spend at a eating out. Like, let's say you go out to eat right now. That's $30. If you go to a grocery store, you can get greens and stuff for $30. And that will, like, feed your body more than that one meal that you bought. But I don't know. I'm just saying it in a sense because I feel like a lot of people think that it's literally impossible, and it's not. Like, as long as you're trying, you can make it work, you know?
And self-care also is, like, I feel like trying your best every day. Because, like, there are some times even with me where more often than not, because I know, like, this is out of full transparency. Me and Sarah, we talk on this podcast a lot about bettering yourself and getting better, but, like, we definitely do have our own days. Like, I don't think we've really talked about it as much on this podcast, but there are days that we struggle. And I'm not saying that every day you're going to be already like, ready to go. What's next? Like, on off the bat.
That's not realistic.
No. Like, some days I just need a couple minutes to rest, or I'm tired, or I'm emotionally not there. But on those days, if I'm trying at least a little bit, 1%, to be better, or trying at least 1% to do more than I did the day before, even if it's not at the same high level of intensity, that is just as much as an improvement and self-care for yourself as much as the rest of the stuff we just said is.
Exactly. And the reason why, honestly, we don't talk about, like, what we struggle with so much, it's because it's not going to do so much. Like, we talk about it with each other, but I just don't feel like a huge necessity to overly talk about it here, just because I feel like you really do reap what you sow. So I don't want to keep being like, oh, this or that. But this morning, though, like, I literally said it out loud. Like, I wish I could go back to sleep, to bed right now. Like, after I had already gotten up and, like, I had already done a couple things, because I was just not feeling at my best. Still not feeling at my best, but I'm still here. And, like, maybe after doing this, I'll feel better. And I don't know, like, you're not going to feel your best every day, but that's fine. Like,
you just have to try.
And I feel like self-care is definitely, like, body, mind, and soul. Like, you need to be doing something for your body, your mind, and your soul every single day. So for my body, I'd say a workout, a stretch, a walk. For my soul, pray, read a Bible. What else would you say?
For soul,
Talk to friends, family. I feel like.
talking to your friends and family. For your mind, meditation.
Like, speak affirmations over yourself. Like, I feel like self-care too comes with practicing self-confidence, you know? Like, if an opportunity comes to you, how do you react to that? Are you automatically just scared, or do you think like, oh, this is something new, but I can figure it out, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, opportunities might come to you that you don't even realize because you're scared and you're just, like, brushing it off. But I feel like getting out of your comfort zone too, like, you know, I feel like all of those things can help you get in the path of, like, alignment, and it's natural to just have more self-care, because it's like, wait, I have this opportunity. It didn't come to me for no reason. So I need to step in the position of that person that has this opportunity, you know?
And I feel like also with self-care, when you were saying, like, the mental thing, I feel like it will improve your mental health the more you take care of all of those three things that you say. Like, especially for me, when I'm not doing my best in one of those three areas, my mind, my body, or my soul, like, something will happen to me, and it will be like somebody punched me in the face. Like I'll like be like, okay, like
Like
I'm so
spiraling.
triggered. Like it could be literally like if I had a cup of coffee and it fell on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, da 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 da. But then like it's like, wait, why am I like this right now? It's because I didn't go on my walk.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It just all trickles into that. And you have to have the mental stability, guys, to handle situations because I understand life is hard. Literally, like me and Sarah, we talk every day. And like, literally there will be times where I'll be like, listen, like this just happened to me, but I'm fine, like, you know, like I can't, like, because I don't have the mental capacity, guys, to literally like stress out, like,
And dwell on
or
it.
or dwell on it. Exactly. There's no point. Like, I understand life happens and life is hard, but you have to take care of yourself so well, guys, to the point that no matter what adversity happens, like, God forbid, like, maybe you lost like money today, or maybe you lost something of value. You cannot let it be something that's going to make you feel like your life is over. You have to be mentally
Have
secure.
that security, yeah, with yourself and with God too. What was I gonna say?
Was it about what I said or no?
I don't know. Just keep going.
Okay. No, but seriously, guys, like setting yourself up for success will make a difference, and it might also help other people. Like people in your life that when they see you doing things like your morning routine, or if they see you going out of your way to talk to more people or to even try new things, just bettering yourself in any type of way, that will trickle into their lives
Yeah.
and that will make them want to do better for yourself. Like be that example, especially if maybe you guys know someone, maybe you're like, okay, I know this. I have the self-care things that I need to do. I am secure with myself. That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you. And maybe the things that we're saying, you might be able to share it with somebody else that you know is not doing the best right now.
Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, do what you need to do because, like I said before, self-care looks different for everyone, and sometimes it means that you just have to cry some things out. I actually cried today already, like 2 times, and
Yeah.
it's what 11 a.m.
Yes.
And like I'm not ashamed to say that. If I was to cry in a grocery store, I would cry because it's like, sorry, like I might look like a crybaby or like dramatic, but like I honestly don't care about who's looking and who's watching. Like obviously, like I would try my best not to like cry in public, but if I'm going through something and I need to cry and that's like what I'm feeling in the moment, it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
And I know you feel that.
Of
It's gonna come
course.
out and I am gonna release it. I'll feel better. And like sometimes that's what you need to do. Like beforehand, I used to hold in my cries and I used to like try to like pretend like I was fine. You're not fine. You're not fine. You need to cry it out. You need to talk it out. You need to walk it out. I've literally gone on like 2-hour walks alone.
Seriously, like we'll call each other. What are you doing? Oh, I'm on a walk. It's been an hour or so. Oh, like okay, like seriously, because sometimes you just need to be alone. Like Sarah and I are very emotional people. Like I cry. Like I don't want to sound
Every
like,
day.
Yeah, but there'll be times where I cry every day. But that's like my release. Like for other people, it might be kickboxing. For other people, it might be, you know, doing other things. But like my parents as well, they know me so well. Like sometimes they're like, okay, like just do whatever you need to do. Like they'll be like, if you need to cry, just do it. And I'm glad that I have the relationship with them to like know they're not gonna like make me feel embarrassed, but
Yeah, and also know who you can and can't go to. Not everybody's emotional. Not everybody can meet you where you are emotionally. Sometimes going to certain people is only going to make you more upset. So don't go to people who have not been there for you emotionally. Like, please have somebody in your life that you can count on and go there for you. Go there for you when you need like an emotional support, because that's not gonna be everybody, and sometimes they can make it worse. So, but don't be ashamed of showing your emotions, and because that's huge of self-care. Like at the end of the day, if you're trying to just like put on makeup, do your hair, look the greatest, that's not self-care. Self-care should be coming from in and out. Like you should be radiating whatever you're like feeling in the inside. And if you're
Outside.
feeling bad, it's gonna show. Trust me, it's gonna show, especially energetically. I can tell when someone's not doing too well. And I mean, I hope they can tell with me too, but I try to like, you know, I actually try. So, but I know I can try harder. And your environment plays a huge role. Like, is your room set up in the way that it should be for you to actually feel successful? Like, I feel like setting yourself up for success is also a part of self-care. Because then it's like aligned, you know? You don't have to try super hard. It's just there.
And I also feel like people pleasing is like a part of self care that you can't be doing. Like if you're trying to be on this journey of self care, like
Put yourself first.
We've said this before multiple times, but again, like if the group of people around you is doing something that you don't want to do not do it. Just prioritize your self care first. Maybe be like, hey guys, like I would love to, but I think I need to spend some time alone tonight. And when you're alone, do the things that you need to do. Take your time to meditate. Take your time to listen to music, or even just being in your room and like dancing and like having fun. Like that is a form of self care too. Like no matter what you need, what type of outlet you need, just making sure you feel good at the end of the day.
Please.
Something healthy. Yes.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're the most important person in your life. So prioritize yourself, but also prioritize your health, your mental health, your physical health, your finances, your relationships with the people you value, mainly your relationship with God too. If you believe in God, if you don't, I recommend it. So,
And like really look in the mirror and look at yourself and like ask yourself, what do you see yourself as? Like, who do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as just some random girl or boy?
Right.
Or do you see yourself as a confident individual, a bold individual, somebody that can take risks, things like that? Like, speak those things over yourself.
Yeah, restore your identity. Don't just think that you're like this because somebody said so. Look at yourself. And I feel like self-care, honestly, equals self-love. If you can have crazy self-love, you will automatically have self-care, because you're not going to be somebody who really, really, really loves themselves are not going to be putting themselves in a situation where they're not caring about themselves. And like, I know that we all have like days where we don't do our best, but realistically, like you can try for yourself and you every day, especially because how you act with yourself also helps other people. Like if I'm not at my best, I'm going to be grumpy. I'm going to be moody. I'm probably not going to give the best advice. I'm probably not going to even want to hang out with anyone or talk. And I know that like there's a lot of people who love me, like my friends, family. So it's like, it's affecting not just you. So yes, you're the most important person in your life, but if that is not enough for you to take care of yourself, then think about everybody else that you're affecting.
And especially like before you get into something like a relationship, even like if you're not secure within yourself and if you're not taking care of yourself, like I'm not talking about just like you said, like makeup, things like that, nails, but I mean like emotionally. How can you give more to another person? How can you be secure and okay with another person in your life if you're breaking down because you messed up on something, or you dropped something and you're freaking out? How can you be secure enough to have a normal conversation with somebody? Seriously.
So I feel like just like regulating your emotions, like really like just evolve in those senses. Like what you learned as a child is probably not what you should be acting out in your relationship. The way your parents thought you probably isn't the best way. So, or maybe it is, but just make sure that it's aligned with what you expect too. Because if you start treating everybody a certain way, but then you get upset, it's like you did it first. But yeah, that's all I have, to be honest.
Same here.
Just prioritize your mental health, because if you do that, everything else should fall in line with due time.
And keep trying. That's what I have to say. Just keep trying. Like I know, like from a sense of just like doing, how do I say this? Like showing up for yourself every day is kind of hard. But like as long as you're making an effort, like it's okay. And it's okay that you're not at a place where you thought you were going to be or that you're expecting to be. But as long as you're doing the try part, you'll get there eventually.
Give yourself grace. It's not the end of the world. As long as you're willing to try and learn and be better, that's fine. Tomorrow's a new day. Just go to bed. Yeah. That's it, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Subscribe. Thank you.
Share.
Bye. All right.